Hello, my friends, poets. Fuck, no, I messed up my. Start again. Hello, my friends, Gary Goers and fellow poets. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. Why do I keep messing that up the last couple of streams? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. I say everybody, it seems like we've only got Del Gal here right now. So I'll give it 5 minutes for people to start dropping in. Dum. Nikki, hey Nikki, you sound how I feel. How's that? How's that? I didn't think anyone was here, so I was a bit deflated, to be honest. I have to put out a poll on the community tab tomorrow or something, whether people still want these live streams, because they're slowly getting quieter and quieter. Um, but I do have something cool with me that I want to kind of share with you guys. I forgot confuddled. Oh, confuddled. Oh, I'm always confuddled. I'm in a state of constant confuddlation. Confuddlation. Um, yes, I forgot to when I did the live stream after the Sunday. Well, this time last week after Birmingham. I can't believe it's been a week since Birmingham. It's crazy. I forgot to get this out. This was in my Judi Dench book in the cover so that it didn't get damaged. But this is a custom poem that I had written for me whilst in whilst in Birmingham. Confuddlement. Yes, I am in a constant state of confuddlement. But yeah, the Judi Dench book stayed in my room, and thus this was forgotten about. But I'd like to share it with you guys because I think it's a really great idea. It's called the Poetry Machine. You can follow them on Instagram, but I won't dive into that just yet because it's still early days. And hi, Dazzle in the dark. I get your name right this time, Dazzle in the dark. Um, we also had our first live stream troll, guys. It's earlier in the right along stream. We finally made it. We have made the big time because we've had our first troll. That's not a word. It is now. It is now. You're a poet, Nikki. Come on. We make up words, and it's fine, and no one can stop us. If Shakespeare did it, no one can stop us. No one can tell us otherwise. That's the beauty of being a poet. What was I saying? Yes, we had our first stream troll, so I feel like we're officially a thing now. It wasn't that bad. It could have been so much worse. Someone just kept copy and pasted the word like three M's. It was probably the lightest trolling I've ever seen in my life. No one can tell us otherwise, not even spell check. Hell yeah. Grammarly, get out of my way. I know I installed you, but I don't need you anymore. We currently have 4 viewers and only 2 likes, guys. Let's get those likes up. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button and get involved in the chat. We don't have a particular topic. Um, it's getting very difficult to think of new things to talk about. So we'll talk about whatever comes up. As I say, I do have this that I wanted to discuss with you. Um, and I do kind of have an an announcement, but as of today, but it's not ready to be announced just yet. Perhaps it is the timing. With here and the USA, perhaps the Cove members and the Ride Along people will tell you what time is best, and hopefully we can agree on something. Don't let it get you down. Yeah, I mean, the YouTube app says this this is the time when most of my subscribers are online. So I just want to make sure that people aren't bored of me, haven't gotten bored of me yet. Sounds like you have more of an admirer than a troll. Oh, possibly, possibly. It was odd. I don't know. Maybe you'll. I don't know, Nikki, if you plan on watching the playback, but if you do, you'll. It was odd. Um, the profile picture wasn't really abnormal. It was just like a selfie from up here. It wasn't like a typical sort of troll image where it's just blank or whatever. Um, I had no idea what was going on, to be quite honest. But it was fun. It was entertaining. Who knows? They may come back. Because I've never dealt with that before, so I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of trying to find the block button, and there wasn't a block button. In the end, they removed them, but I don't think that stops them from coming back in. So maybe they'll return. The mystery of the girl. It was odd. I wondered if her Jess get stuck and just kept repeating. Maybe, no, I don't think that was the case. It was definitely a copy and paste job. Definitely a copy and paste job for sure. Hey, the cavalry have arrived. Hello, hello, Mythical Meter. Hello, Garage. Welcome back. The cavalry are here. I was just telling Nikki about our little incident with the girl. I used to watch after show reviews of The Walking Dead, and trolls set up accounts with the names and photos of the characters and then spam the live chat. It was actually pretty funny. Nice, nice. Yeah, this was this was the lightest piece of trolling I've ever seen. So maybe it wasn't trolling. Maybe they were trying to be funny and I put them on the naughty step and then just kicked them. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. Okay, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Things that make me go, there you go. Things that make me go, Okay, so for Mythical Meter and Garage, who's just popped in, I forgot this time last week when I did the stream straight after Birmingham, right? And I spoke about the festival. I completely forgot to talk about this because it was hiding in my Judy Dench book, Shakespeare Pays the Bills, because I didn't want it to. It's a hardback, so I put this in there so it didn't sort of crease and crumple. So this is a custom poem. On the Saturday, there was a poet there. The company goes by the name Poetry Machine. And I don't know if you can see that's their stamp in the corner there, Poetry Machine. Check them out on Instagram. But basically, what happens is you put your name down for a half an hour time slot. I think it was half an hour, and they basically ask you questions. They basically ask you questions, and then they write a poem based on that. And so they asked kind of what I wanted the poem to be about, and I was just explaining that I'd been doing poetry online for the last 10 years, not necessarily YouTube, but my Instagram page I had before that. By the way, don't forget I'm back on Instagram, so if you're not already following me, I think most of you are, but Adam Gary Poetry if you're watching this playback. Um, I'd been doing it for 10 years, and I explained to them that my New Year's resolution was to kind of step out into the real world this year. And they kind of asked me about what I did, and they asked about you guys and why I think people follow me. And I just said, kind of what I hear the most, other than kind of wanting to learn poetry, what I hear the most is community and wanting to find friends, like-minded friends and community. So she kind of ran with that. Um, yeah, I'll quickly read this. But don't forget, check out Instagram Poetry Machine. So she titled it The Live Stream. For a decade, you live streamed into people's lives, which is not true, but she didn't know that. She knew me for about 30 minutes, so it's fine. For a decade, you've live streamed into people's lives. Like you, they may find living, breathing places harder to breathe in. They too find IRL groups oversubscribed sometimes. In the comments sections, they can be themselves, get their poetry off their chests, a community to write along with. Now, you're stepping out into the more than pixel light. Take your time, line by line, sharing your electric far and wide. I just thought I'd share that with you quickly, guys, because I completely forgot last Sunday. Um, so it's a nice little sweet keepsake. And again, as always, we got to support each other as poets. Go and check them out on Instagram. Tell them I sent you. Um, but yeah, I thought I'd kick things off with that. I thought it was nice. Sounds like caricatures, but out of words. Yeah, kind of, actually. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. But more serious than caricatures. I don't know what they'd say about that. But you're absolutely right. Kind of where you sit down and in the moment get that caricature. So that and that's a live stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next week. No, I'm just kidding. Um, let's converse. As always, keep it respectful. We don't talk religion or politics. If you've got a differing opinion to me or anyone else in the live chat, that's totally okay. Just keep it respectful. In fact, it's healthy to hear all sides, both sides of the coin, etc., etc. How was everyone's weekend? I know, Garage Poets, you went ghost hunting. We spoke about it in the ride along. That's awesome. Mythical Meter, Nikki, how was your weekend so far? Nikki, I know you've got a lot on your plate at the moment. So sending you best wishes with that. But with less focus on the big noses. Yeah, the big head and the big noses and the crazy teeth. Topic: are hot dogs sandwiches? Okay. Are hot dog sandwiches? Jeez, that's a good question. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no because the bun, though cut down the middle, well, isn't necessarily split. A sandwich is two separate um, sheets of bread. Sheets? I don't know. Sheets of bread. That's again, Nikki. We're poets. We say whatever we want. Now they're sheets of bread, okay? Whereas a hot dog is just one roll. That's what I'm going with. Though I am aware, not necessarily that's not necessarily always the case. Sometimes the bun does get split in two, but that's the angle I'm going with. I whittled a spring poem collection down to about 50 selections. Awesome, Mythical Meter. That's great. Have you started your YouTube channel yet? You have to let us know when you start making content. What if the role splits? Yeah, exactly. And pitter pockets. I'm not sure what pitter pockets are. Thanks, buddy. It's been okay. I'm working house dog sitting, so it's been slightly less physically demanding, just making my brain melt. But I've been outlining this new idea and it's going well. Good. Are you recovered from the big C or are you still recovering? Open sandwich. Now, where was I? Where was I when I found out that's where sandwich came from? Oh yeah, Hellfire Caves. The sandwich apparently was invented in the Hellfire Caves. And burritos. Oh, don't. You guys are going to start this again and get me all hungry. Like, you've done this before, and I had to go and order a pizza, and it was like a food stream or something, wasn't it? I can just wrote that down slightly, I think. That's awesome mythical meter about the collection. Mostly recovered. Good, 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 good. Hellfire Caves in Wickham. Exactly. That's the one. Yes. No, I don't think so. They're in a roll, not sliced bread. Sliced bread. There you go. Why did I say sheets? I don't know why you guys pay any attention to anything I say. Sheets of bread. Yes, good to hear, Nikki. Good to hear. I have, I have two open mics next week. I have one tomorrow. So I found a new one in London called Everything Poetry. I don't know if I'm going to get to it though. I really, really, really want to go. I just don't know that I can. I need to make a video tomorrow for Tuesday. Uh, I have no idea what that's going to be either. I'm running out of ideas, guys. I need inspiration. I'm running out of ideas for topics, running out of ideas for videos. I might do a react video. I know the last react video with the love letters didn't get that many views, but at least it's some content, right? Rather than nothing. While I kind of figure out um, what the next big video is going to be. I'm saying sheets of bread from now on. Thank you, Gary Poets. I appreciate the solidarity with that. Thank you. Yeah, sheets of bread now, guys. That's a thing now. I hope all is good with you. I thought it was the Earl who didn't want to leave the billiards table and ordered up a quick snack. Yeah, that kind of that rings a bell as well. I love rhyming. That rings a bell as well. But apparently at the Hellfire Caves there was someone called something sandwich, and he kept asking for slices of beef and two sheets of bread. Hence the sandwich. I'm gonna have to Google it now. I'm sure that there are so many stories of these places, aren't there? And tourist attractions, I would imagine, like to make claim to the invention of things. How was the sandwich invented? A noble beginning in St. John Montagu. The fourth Earl of Sandwich invented the meal that changed dining forever. As the story goes, he was playing cards. Ah, okay. Well, that's the. Unless it was a type of sandwich that got invented in the Hellfire Caves. Let me put Hellfire Caves sandwich. Prime entertainment, folks. Where else would you be on your Sunday evening if not watching Conversing with Poets? Oh, so it's the same person. He was part of the Earl of Sandwich and his fellow members met in the Hellfire Caves in West Wickham, Buckinghamshire. So it's the same person but a different story. Oh, sorry, catching up on the chat. Have you reviewed Rachel Oates' chapbook yet? Just a thought for a video. I have not. Is that new? Is that new? Has that just come out? Also, you could do burn poetry, like the anti-love poetry. Oh, that's a thing. Okay, thank you, Nikki. You're dropping some burn poetry. Let me make a note of that. I've not come across that before. Burn poetry. Oh, I just get Robert Burns. I will look into that. Burn poetry, anti-love, Earl of Sandwich. It's the original Make Me a Sandwich. Could it be the Hellfire Club? Yeah. So the Hellfire Club in the Hellfire Caves when I visited the Hellfire Caves, they said a story, paraphrasing and off the top of my head, that he would order beef between two slices of bread, and that's where sandwich was invented. But take it all with a piece of salt. As I say, tourist attractions probably want to lay claim to these sorts of things. So I don't know. That's just the story that was told, or that I was told. I just read her chapbook, Dogolescence. Yeah. If we're talking about Dogolescence, that's been out for a while. But no, I haven't. If we're talking about Dogolescence, I haven't read that yet. Her book came out about a year ago. Okay, how did you find it, Mythical Meter? Because I thought I don't know if it's like a serious book or it's satire, right? It's satirical on adolescence, or is it actual genuine like poetry from Rachel? I believe that Earl of Sandwich didn't want to leave the poker table, so he got the food put between bread. No, she has a second book out. Okay, I didn't know that. Um, Yes, that's the first thing that comes up on Google, Nikki, about the poker table and what Mythical Meter said before. Um, yes, yeah. Parody to Gabby Hanna. Dogolescence is satire, but profits go to a dog charity. Oh, excellent. I didn't know that. Good stuff. I didn't know that. That's good. What am I reading at the moment? I'm really enjoying Judy Dench's book, Shakespeare that pays the bills. I've kind of taken a bit of a break this weekend, taken a bit of a breath, um, working on some stuff, as you guys know. Um, trying to, I'm gonna try and put like a small evening together, like a little show, and try and get it booked in like independent bookshops and social clubs, coffee shops and stuff. So I might start that next week. It all inspired by the festival. I've wanted to read her poetry. I like her videos. I haven't seen one of her videos for a while. Let me see what was her last video. Reflections on Healing is the new one. Oh, I haven't heard of that. Came out a year ago. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, that's for you. I'm going through for you. What's her latest one? I need to get back into YouTube a little bit. There's a lot going on, so things have sort of fallen to the side a little bit. I need to get back in the game. I've wanted to read, yeah. Have you seen her recorded poetry performances? They're on her channel. Very well done. I know that she got a slot or a spot on Glastonbury. That was the last one I saw, the Glastonbury one. I haven't seen her readings, thanks. I didn't know she had them. I think they're shorts. They might be shorts. Well worth checking out. Yeah, I think they might be shorts, or I think I saw it on her Instagram actually, the Glastonbury spot. But again, I've been a bit out of the loop. Oh, I tell you what I did. I did do on Friday evening. I went to go and see June 2. I said that I spoke about this on the ride along, so I apologize for repeating myself to Del Girl and Garage Poets. I don't think Mythical Meter was there at the time, but I did go to the cinema. I went there to watch the first Indiana Jones. Why did I say that weird? Indiana Jones. I went to watch the first Indiana Jones, and the projector wasn't working, so the manager was like, "We can give you a refund, or you can just watch something else." And we was like, "Well, we're here now. Let's go and watch something else." And we ended up watching June 2 or June Part 2. Keeping in mind, I haven't seen June Part 1. In in the end, it didn't really matter. I kind of quickly caught on what was going on. There was a couple of things that I wasn't really sure what was happening, but for the most part, I wasn't lost. And it was, is it any good? It was so good. It was so good. It's an epic, right? It's not like it is a blockbuster, but it's not like well, it is entertaining. It's hard to explain, but it's freaking epic. It's like a modern epic film. It's like what cinema should be. Uh, and I loved it. Like even the sound effects and the what do you call it? Oh gosh, my brain is shutting down. The not sound effects, but just the sound work. Let's just call it the sound work. Was just it gave me goosebumps at times. It was really, really enthralling. I loved it. I loved it. So I hope you enjoy it, Nikki. Now that I've sort of bigged it up, I hope you find it um, awe-inspiring as I did. It might have helped the fact that um, because of everything that happened with the Indiana Jones, that they gave us a free upgrade and we were on the front row with the recliners and it was like right there. And so I was so engrossed in it all. But yeah, I felt like I was there. It was awesome. I watched a YouTube video from John Sibley Williams. I love Poetry Workshop. I think it's worth a look. Okay, John Sibley Williams. I love Poetry Workshop. Okay, I'll check that out. Maybe I can do a reaction video to that. It's been described as the new Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what Star Wars was like in the 70s when it first came out. For me, I'm a 90s baby, so for me, Star Wars was Phantom Menace, uh, Clone Wars, and Revenge of the Sith. That's Star Wars to me. I think it's way better than that. But yeah, it's a sci-fi Lord of the Rings. 100%. That's what it is. A sci-fi Lord of the Rings. Star Wars is crap. Well, don't beat around the bush, Nikki. Get straight to the point. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I can imagine again in the 70s, it was probably like trailblazing and sort of wow. Obviously, if you watch the 70s version now, it might not necessarily be that. Uh, Everyone hates the sequels, which are the first Star Wars I experienced, but I experienced them as a kid, so I loved them. I haven't watched them since I was a kid because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but bad writing, good effects. That's what everyone says, isn't it? But the Dune books are meant to be incredible. I wasn't aware that they were books going into the film. It's only subsequently I've now learned that they are a book series. I read the Dune books a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Very good. Those are fighting words, Nikki. Yeah, you better be very careful, Nikki. I preferred the 90s ones to the originals. Interesting. Interesting. Again, I grew up on the 90s ones, so they're my Star Wars. I thought that the latest ones, the J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson, and Abrams again, I thought they were naff. I did. I'm sorry. I thought they were well, I thought they were crap to use the word Nikki used. Um, in less civilized company, I might use stronger language. But there you go. Keep it respectful. I don't see the point in hiding unpopular opinions. They always sneak out eventually. Fair enough. Nikki's going to have a load of Star Wars fans on her doorstep. I saw Star Wars at a Saturday matinee in a theatre filled with kids. It was an event. I remember going to Phantom Menace at my local cinema in Feltham at the time. and it was like they had a costume contest, and of course it was the 90s. Bin bags were every costume. Bin bags for vampires, bin bags for witches, bin bags. Anyway, I decided to go as Darth Maul, and Mum painted my face up. I happened to have like a devil thing that you sat on your head, and it had two horns coming out, and then me and Mum made like paper mache horns. Um, and I think I had a double bladed lightsaber, but I remember that vividly. The original Star Wars movies are my favorite movies. Have you seen Rogue One, Adam? Yes. Rogue One is sublime. Nearly swore. Rogue One is chef's kiss. Great. I loved Rogue One. Was Rogue One part of Disney or was that before? Rogue One was amazing. That's the one with I can't think of her name. Oh, what was her name? I haven't seen. She was in Theory of Everything. Oh, it's there. No, it's gone. Rogue One. Oh, I'm gonna punch myself in the face now. Rogue One. Cast. Felicity Jones, that's it. Yeah, Rogue One was awesome. Oh my goodness. Rogue One was 2016. Rogue One was 2016, guys. Oh, where is the time going? That's disgusting. Depresses me. Yes, it was Disney. Oh, they've done a great job, I think. Disney? Fair enough. Do you know what? I'm glad that you like what Disney have done with Star Wars. I think they put it, I think they took a dump all over it. I think the fairy troll got hold of the Star Wars IP. But Rogue One was fantastic. And then it was all downhill from there, in my opinion. But I'm really glad that you enjoyed them. I agree with that, Adam. They were cheap and corny, I thought. Interesting. Interesting you say cheap. I still have my Empire Strikes Back t-shirt from 1980. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys know my franchise is Harry Potter. And a lot of people have a lot to say about Harry Potter. So to be fair, without Lucasfilm, we wouldn't have had the battle scenes in Lord of the Rings. George Lucas gifted Peter Jackson the tech for mass producing soldiers to make the orc armies. I did not know that. The fairy troll, yeah. I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, look, I know a lot of, I know that there's this thing, right, where a lot of the original Star Wars fans doesn't like the 90s films, and obviously the 90s fans don't like the new films. Maybe that's a thing. But you have to keep in mind that those sequels, what was it, 3 to 6, were groundbreaking. Yeah, it's in the 20 plus hours of behind the scenes footage for Two Towers. Wow. Okay. I'll have to check that out. Which I have, of course, watched to death. Yeah. I think you'll like June then. I think you'll like June. I am a bit ashamed because I had no interest in going to see June. I had no interest in going to see June Part 1. Again, I didn't know they were books. And so, of course, I didn't really care about June Part 2. So it was a very happy accident that I wound up in June Part 2 because I loved it. As I say, I loved it. It's it's a sci-fi Lord of the Rings. I like all of them, but the 90s films I like only a little. That's fair enough. I know that that's a common opinion. Obviously, for me, they were the films I grew up in. I didn't grow up in them. Just to clarify, I grew up with them. It's the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. Well worth a look if you're interested in modern cinema. I've seen the extended editions. I thought I'd seen all the behind the scenes stuff as well, but evidently not. June was awesome. Have you seen June Part 2, Garage Poets? I didn't realize, guys, I was like so every scene, it's particularly at the beginning, every sort of change of scene had a new A-list actor. I was like, oh my God, he's in it. Oh my God, she's in it. Oh my God, he's in it. I don't know his I don't know his full name. It's something Skarsgård, I think. I think he's the dad or the uncle of the guy that played Tarzan. But he was a professor in Dead Poet Society. No, not a professor. Was he the professor or was he a therapist? Friend of Robin Williams' character. But he plays like the big sort of um uncle of the universe. I don't know. To be fair, I had a total crush on Natalie Portman. I don't blame you. So that might be why I prefer the sequels. Fair enough. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, I think you'll like it. June has surprisingly little CGI, which is impressive. Stellan? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Is it Stellan Skarsgård or something like that? He plays the big dude. I don't know if he's in part one, so I don't know if I've just ruined something. I don't know if I just I don't know if I just gave a spoiler away actually. Yes, Stellan, there you go. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Stellan Skarsgård. But yeah, just look at this cast list. Austin Butler, Chalamet, Florence Pugh, Zendaya, Rebecca Ferguson, Christopher Walken. Wait, Jason Momoa? I didn't see him in that. Who was Jason Momoa? Wait, I don't remember seeing Momoa in June 2. The hell? Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, Dave Bautista. It's just like an endless cast of awesomeness. Yeah, Stellan Skarsgård is in the first one. Okay, good. Okay, good. At least it wasn't a major spoiler that I just gave away. So poetry. Who likes poetry? Let me see what I've got in my. I don't think I've got any collections out. Uh, just a couple of dodgy ones by yours truly. I've only got random ramblings out here. So yeah, we got an open mic. I got an open mic tomorrow. Open mic tomorrow that I really want to get to. It's a new one that I discovered. I think I told you guys about it. I discovered it after coming back from Birmingham, and the person that runs it was actually, I'm sure, was sitting next to me in the Dreams workshop. I could be wrong, but I'm about 90% sure that they were sitting next to me. So there's that tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I really, really want to. Wednesday is the Highgate open mic, which I have booked a reading slot for, and it's their second birthday, so I have to get to that one. I can't be lazy. I have to get to that one. There are so many open mics that I've put in my calendar now. On Mother's Day next week for those of you in the UK. Mother's Day next week. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's an open mic pizza and poetry in Woking on the 13th. On the 14th is Windsor Poetry open mic. 15th, no, 17th, St. Patrick's Day. What's happening on the 18th? Oh, nothing. Okay, so I've got a whole week off there. Sunday the 24th, Kingston open mic. 26th, Richmond open mic. 28th, Windsor open mic again. 29th, Good Friday. 31st. 31st, clocks change. I did mention it on the ride along, but I'll mention it again closer to the time. So my time zone will change from Greenwich Mean Time to British summertime. So I'll remind you all, as I say, closer to the time so you can work out uh, when streams are live. Am I near Swindon? Thank you, Nikki. I have seen that cover actually. Yes, I do know about that. Uh, and I see that there's a message before that which I'll read after the stream. Do I live near Swindon? I've heard of Swindon. Where is Swindon? Swindon, Bracknell. Bracknell, that rings a bell. Swindon. Oh, okay. So that no, I don't live near Swindon. That would be a hour and a half drive. So that's further than Reading. That's that's near Oxford and Cheltenham. I'm sure there's a Cheltenham Poetry Festival or a Cheltenham Literary Festival. But no, that's about an hour and a half drive. I've got to take a call. Be back in a minute. No problem, Nikki. No problem. I know an open mic in Swindon. Okay. What day is it? I might be able to drive up that way. I did say that um once or twice a year maybe I'll drive up to Birmingham. Um because I'm very jealous of the poetry community they've got there. I'm also thinking about starting my own poetry open mic. There's not too many near me. Kind of have to travel out. Excuse me. Do you think there is one topic to write poetry about is a no-no? What do you think is the most relevant? Wow, that is great. Do I think there's a topic that is a no-no on poetry? I mean, other than sort of the obvious social no-nos, like for example, poetry about I don't want to say too much because I'll get demonetized and taken away. Poetry about canceling people. I know people might be wondering what that means, but I have to be careful about the sort of words I use. Um, you know, dark web sort of stuff, basically. Poems about dark web sort of stuff that obviously nobody wants to read and it would be very concerning. I suppose is like the only topic that I would say is a no-no. Basically dark shit that if you're writing poetry about, then you probably need to speak to someone. But other than that, yeah, nothing exactly mythical meter. Nothing is outside the purview of the poet. Wonderfully put. Wonderfully put. Um, and then what was the other one? And what do you think is the most relevant? What is the most relevant topic to write poetry about? That's difficult. That's difficult because the thing is, poetry. Sorry, guys. Poetry is like the expression of emotion that the poet was feeling at that certain time. And there's always going to be someone, well, there's always going to be a ton of people somewhere around the world that kind of connects to that poem at that time, making it the most relevant. So I don't know. I don't know if there is a most relevant topic. I know that poetry kind of can be very political, and there's something to be said about the need for poetry on very relevant political events going on. But other people might not connect to that. So it really kind of depends on the reader. The relevancy of a poem falls upon the reader. Oh, there you go. Adam, sorry we late. Been wrestling a wardrobe. Oh, that's okay, Mitchell. No worries, no worries. That's okay. No rush. We're just not really talking about anything in particular. Although Delgado did just pose a very good um restart to install. No, don't freaking restart. Snooze. How dare you tell me that you're going to do something I didn't ask you to do? These computers, these machines. Grief and love. Interesting. Yes, yes, I can see why you say that. Who won MM? Who won Mythical Meter, I guess? I guess that's what Dazzle means by MM, Mythical Meter. Um, yeah, no worries, Mitchell, that's fine. We're kind of just discussing what is the most relevant or which is the most relevant topic for poetry. 10 viewers and only 7 likes, guys. Come on, I need you to hit that like button. Show me that you appreciate these contents. Our likes and our views have been dipping a little bit. So if if people aren't enjoying the videos, then obviously I won't do them or do as much of them. So if you do really love these videos, make sure you show me by hitting that like button. Mitchell. Oh, I got you. Yes, yes, because we got Mitchell Malone and Mythical Meter. Yes. Ah, who won between Mitchell and the wardrobe? Oh, we lost the like. We lost the like. I asked for more likes and we lost one. Oh, we gained it again. Oh my goodness, it's an emotional roller coaster. You guys are crazy. We wrote a poem today about a fairy troll sitting on a toilet. Oh yeah. That's just how we do things around here. That was me with the like. Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. Oh, we've gone up. Have we gone up? I think we've gone up to 8 likes now. So thank you so much. Thank you. Garage Poets is just keeping me on my toes, giving me an emotional roller coaster. If that was for me, Dazzle, took a whole but we have won now. Was a long 6 hour long wrestle, but we won in the end. Wow. Okay, I take it you're building a new wardrobe? I was checking to make sure I had liked the stream. Okay, thank you, Garage Poets. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. High class words there. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. You know, the thing with me is I talk and talk and talk. You know, is anyone's guess what comes out? Oh, we've gone up in likes again already. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. We've hit, hey, we've hit, oh, and again, thank you, thank you, thank you. We've hit our target for the first half. Thank you. It's actually been a couple of streams. We haven't hit our target for a few streams. That's what I mean. If you guys are getting bored of these streams, just let me know. Just I'll put a poll at some point next week. But yeah, thank you so much for those likes. It keeps the morale up, and it also helps the video get pushed out to other subscribers once we finish. But yeah, it keeps morale up for sure. Okay, guys, let's take a 5 minute break. Let me go and brew a coffee or a chamomile, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. I don't know what we're going to talk about for part two, but it hasn't really mattered for part one, so we'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. So I'll catch you guys in 5 minutes. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry I'm a little bit late getting back. That is due to the fact that I got up to get out of the shed and tripped over all of my cables and yanked the extension cable out. So I had to deal with that quickly before getting another chamomile tea. But I'm back. I think any topic that romanticizes the A of others is a massive no-no. Yes, exactly. That's exactly the point I was trying to make. There are probably are some dark topics that don't need poetry around it. Sadly, I'm sure. Has anyone ever been on the dark web? I've never been on the dark web, but I'm sure there's probably, they talk about multiverses and stuff. I'm sure there's like the dark web version of the Poetry Cove that has got some horrible stuff that doesn't need to be around. The most relevant, the human heart in conflict with itself. Beautifully put. Beautifully put. Thank you, Nikki. So, yes, we are back. We are back. I'll just give it a couple of minutes because I know sometimes people take the opportunity to go and make themselves a coffee or a tea, as I do. Quick loo break. So I'll just wait. I'll wait a minute or two just to see whether or not we have a full house back. Look at that, 14 likes. Wow, what happened there? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Right, okay. Let's move away from this because I don't want to say, I need to sneeze. Excuse me. As we move into spring, that's going to happen a lot on stream, guys. Apologies. I just have really bad allergies to tree pollen. Um, yeah, I don't want to say that term too much. You know what YouTube's been like, guys. So let's move away from this topic. As interesting as it is, let's move away from this one. But yes, 14 likes, awesome. You guys pulled that out of the hat, out of nowhere. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I need to figure out what I'm doing for the week ahead, not just open mics. Um, Bless you. Thank you very much, Danny, and hello, welcome to the live stream. I heard you've had quite an eventful 6 hours with a wardrobe. And the subscriber count is going up nicely. You bet it is. You bet it is. It's going up very, very nicely. We've broken the 800 mark. Although, interestingly, we lost a lot of subscribers yesterday, which I'm not sure why. We lost a lot of subscribers after the publishing live stream. I don't know why. Either poets who have been published through houses and press uh, didn't like the fact that I was complaining about the lack of marketing, perhaps? I don't know. But what you guys have to remember is we gain at least we gain at least two I would say now at least two subscribers a day. Obviously there are days we get a lot more because we're flying, but at the very least on bad days we gain two subscribers. So for us to lose, for my analytics to tell me that we lost three subscribers, what that really means is we lost at least five subscribers, which is telling because we almost never lose subscribers. We're always gaining. So I don't know what I said in that publishing live stream, but it clearly ruffled a few feathers. So I never set out to offend people. Sometimes I say things and they come out wrong and I can't help but say what I think and it upsets some people, I guess. My bad. My bad. But it's true. Like the whole point of being published for a house is mostly for the big marketing budget behind it. It could be deleted accounts and account clear outs as well. Don't take it all on your shoulders. Maybe, maybe, maybe. It would be a big coincidence that 5 people deleted their accounts all in one go. As I say, we almost in a month, there's like one day where we lose one subscriber. So for us to lose 5 subscribers is I don't know, it's telling. But maybe it could be. It could be. I got a feeling I upset some people. I don't know what I said. But it is what it is. That's life. That's life. As I say, it's okay to have differing opinions to each other. That's what makes the world exciting. I didn't mean to offend anyone. If I offended anybody and you find yourself back here, sorry, I guess. Da, 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 da. If they take issue with what you said on that stream, then they aren't your people. Exactly, exactly. It is. That's what I mean. It is what it is. Like I never set out to offend anyone, but it is what it is. I don't think I said anything offensive. Well, I didn't say anything offensive, unless I did and I've forgotten, but I didn't. It's just maybe just an unpopular opinion. You're doing great, bro. Thanks, bro. Don't take it to heart. You're growing still, and the subscribers and followers you have are amazing. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm not taking it like I'm not. There was a time maybe where losing 5 subscribers, I would completely hate myself, but I'm kind of like over it now. It is what it is. Periodically remove accounts that haven't interacted with yours for a certain amount of time. Oh, do they really? Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Maybe it was that then. Maybe there was a clear out. Could be worse. You could dislike Star Wars. Yeah. Could be worse. I could be Nikki. No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um as I say, it's if you don't like Star Wars, like that's fine. It's okay to have differing opinions as long as we're just respectful for each other, to each other, should I say. Um if we all had the same opinion, then my goodness, the world would be boring. Hmm. Okay, so obviously we're here to talk creative writing and poetry and stuff. Here's a question I'm going to pose to you guys. Do you think maybe it's not such a good topic, but look, we're going to go for it because we've got nothing else. Do you think that having differing opinions is vital for the creation of art and creative thinking? And if so, why? I have my opinion, and I'll tell you guys my opinion once I've heard some opinions in the chat. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry, Nikki. I was only messing about. I was only joking. Need for poets. Yes, mythical meter. It's almost as if you read my mind. So that's kind of the angle I want to go down. Differing opinions crucial for the creation of art? Didn't like. No, 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 no. Hey, we all start from somewhere. And actually, you're only 30 subscribers away from hitting a huge milestone. Uh, I'm just doing the mental maths there, making sure I got it right. Because maths isn't my thing. Once you hit 100 subscribers, things change. Or it used to be a huge thing. YouTube algorithm used to test channels, okay, to make sure you're serious about it. And then once you hit 100 subscribers, it sort of ticks a checkbox in the algorithm and things start soaring. So you're nearly there. Absolutely. My life quote is remain teachable. You can't do that if there isn't differing opinions. Absolutely. That's still 70 people following what you do is a start. 100% are vital. Yes. I think they're vital because among other reasons, which hopefully you'll put in the chat as well, but the chain of thought that sparked me asking that question was, so you don't like Star Wars, right? Your differing opinions and your differing tastes, especially, will, hypothetically speaking, will spur you on to create something similar yet different. So take Lord of the Rings and Dune, for example. Let's say they are like for like in a different genre, okay? So you don't like fantasy, but you like the idea of the storylines and the characters. And again, this is all hypothetical. I'm not saying they are like for like, but so instead of having it in fantasy, you write something in sci-fi and therefore create something completely different. That's kind of the chain of thought that I had. That's good to know about subscriber count. Yeah, I don't know if that's still the case, because it's been the last time I checked up on that was before my sort of 2 year break, but I would imagine it's still the case. But yeah, they test you to make sure that you're serious. And one of the box to check is 100 subscribers, and then they start promoting your channel more, and you'll start to see a snowball effect. That's how it used to be anyway. I've noticed that on my video, How to Write Poetry for Beginners, when that hit 100,000 views, suddenly, when I look at monetization, I'm earning just ever so slight, like £1 more a month. So instead of £24, well, now I'm making £26 a month. S- Small difference, but I'm kind of, and the views are really kind of going up again on that video. So I do wonder if maybe 100,000 views is another box to to check. Um, there has to be differences of opinions. Of course there does. There absolutely does. I just can't stand it when people punch down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I learned what not to do in terms of dialogue from Star Wars. Nikki has a vendetta against Star Wars. But I also learned the importance of well-rounded characters from Lord of the Rings. Yes. And it was Atwood's books that guided me to speculative fiction, which is what I now write. Awesome. It's all building a world and a community for us to all find something to take from. Like I said on a previous stream, even art you dislike can teach you. It's very, very true. It's so true. It's so true. You got to be a sponge. You got to be a sponge in every situation, I think. Like I said about the dreams workshop that I did in Birmingham, I don't dream, but I didn't. I mean, it was stupid on my part because it says workshop, right? I just went there to kind of listen and soak up all the information that just being in the room and listening to other poets and what they say and stuff. I found, oh, Nikki's changed her profile picture back. Maybe you shouldn't fool about laughing when characters die or cry. It's not a great. um, what was I saying? I'm curious now what character that was. Was that Qui-Gon? Um, yeah, you just got to be a sponge in every situation. And that includes, as Nikki said, art that you dislike, because it teaches you stuff. And you got to do that with your own work as well. I always watch these live streams back to kind of, that's how I knew that my mic. So in Saturday school, I had to turn the gain all the way up on this mic, and I forgot to turn it back down. So in the write along, it's, I don't know what you'd call it. Garage Poets, maybe you can help me out here. I know you're an audio guy, you're a sound guy. Um, it's not overexposed like a camera would be, but uh, anyway, there was too much gain on the mic, so I've turned it down now for this one. But yeah, even your own work, learn from it, watch it back, learn from it, and figure out what you can do better. Of all the dream worlds, you had to enter mine. Nice. Nice. Mythical Meter, I must say you're very poetic even in your even in your everyday speech. I'm on my phone. Ah, I got you. Anakin's mother. Oh, I can't remember that. As I say, I never watched them back, so I haven't watched Phantom Menace since I was a kid. Wait, no, does she die in Phantom Menace? He just gets taken away, doesn't he? He doesn't, she doesn't die. I'm not sure which movie she dies. Revenge of the Sith, maybe? No. Yeah. No. I don't know. It's been a while. Dun, 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 dun. Overmodulated. Okay, thank you, thank you. It was overmodulated, so I turned it down, and hopefully it's sounding better. Mm, 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 You have a bad case of writer's block. Oh no. Is that for fiction? Is that for poetry? Is there anything else is there anything we can do to help? I know that fairy troll poem probably got the creative juices flowing, so you're welcome. But if you're still experiencing writer's block, is there anything that we can do? Have you got any questions that you can ask the gang? And if you're watching and not yet taking part in the chat, we always love to hear from new faces. So please do say hello. Please do say hello. We don't bite. We're friendly. Just keep it respectful and don't spam in the chat. I went to a writing group where we all read some of our old manuscripts. It was the funniest and most cringe-inducing and informative session I ever had. Yes, I finally got off of Wattpad. I managed to delete that for that very reason. That's what happens when I drink too much rye. Overmodulated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a case of being depressed because I can't find a publisher for my book. Poetry today did help. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're feeling depressed. It's tough. It's a tough world out there. It's a tough world out there. Um, yeah, it's tough. It's a lot. That's why I say to you guys, I can't bring myself to submit poems. I can't bring myself to look for an agent, for a publisher, because the rejection really got to me during the acting days, that it kind of destroyed the passion, and I'm so terrified that that would happen again with poetry, that I'm kind of just being a bit of a lone wolf and doing wolf, not wharf, wolf. Um, wolf is completely different. Um, I'm so terrified that that rejection will hit me again, that I'm kind of just creating my own opportunity. And there's something really, really big on the horizon. I know I say that about everything, but I've briefly spoken about it on a stream some weeks ago, and I received some good news today, but I'm not ready to announce it just yet. I was once told that when you hit writer's block, ask yourself what's the worst thing that could happen to my character right now, and write that. Interesting, that's cool. If it's poetry, that won't apply. Try a prompt in, a tin of prompts, some are types of poetry, genres, etc. Then some words and objects to include. Yeah. There's a game. I filmed a video about it with Sophie, and obviously naturally I've taken it off the channel now, but there's a game called Paint Chip Poetry that might help. One thing that I always find fascinating, and I've spoken about it quite a few times on the channel, I find it amazing. The ancient Greeks used to think of your creativity, they used to call it a genius, your great creative genius. And they used to think of it almost like a spirit, almost like a guardian angel. something that's separate. It's your genius and it's separate. And they used to, when you was going for a block, they used to say, "Oh, my genius is away on an adventure somewhere." And basically, it would just take the pressure off of you. You'd stop blaming yourself, but this sort of ethereal being that belongs to you, but you don't necessarily control it. I just thought it was a really nice thing. Like the guy from Star Trek. I haven't seen Star Trek. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm not a huge sci-fi guy. Fantasy, yes. Sci-fi, no. Sorry, guys. Spock, right? I do know that much. Live long and prosper. Have you set up another Instagram account? I've seen one I think might be connected to you. Hint, sorry. Yes. Yes. But more on that soon, not just yet. There's still a lot I need to figure out with that. I won't. Oh gosh, here we go, Nikki. I won't publish my opinion on Star Trek. Word. Word. I haven't seen either Star Wars or Trek. Worf. I was thinking of Worf as in W. I don't know if it's different in America. I find it fascinating that we spell words differently. I was thinking Wharf as in WHARF, as in Canary Wharf, as in like I don't actually know the definition of a wharf. I just know that it's like waterfront, right? Isn't that the little plasticine man from Art Attack? Oh, really? Art Attack. I remember us talking about Art Attack. Here. Okay. Pier. I never saw Art Attack. Oh, you missed out. You missed out. We spoke about this once before, haven't we? On Morph. Morph, isn't that the character? Oh, isn't Morph also the character from Treasure Planet? The little bubble thing? Worf is a Star Trek character. Ah, okay. See, I'm totally lost. I'm like Danny. I'm lost. Although I do have some knowledge on Star Wars. Have any of you seen Shakespeare's Star Wars? I was given a copy, gosh, many moons ago. I was for a birthday gift, Shakespeare's Star Wars, and I think it's the first movie. But it's basically Star Wars written as a Shakespeare script. Of course I have that, right? Of course I have that. You just have to put you just have to put Shakespeare on the title and it's like take my money. Next generation. Ah, okay, you don't in the American spelling you don't have a H. Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm sure we spell it with a H. I'm gonna have to Google it now because I'm scared I've shown myself up. A structure built along or at an angle. Yeah, so pier, thank you. Mythical meter. I can name a few Star Wars characters, but that's about it. Fair enough, fair enough. I was saying before you got here that the 90s Star Wars films were what I grew up on. How about Harry Potter as Shakespeare? Don't tell me that exists. Mythical meter. I don't have enough space on my bookshelf as it is, but if that's a thing, Take my money. Harry Potter Shakespeare. If this is a thing. Oh, okay. Man, I was getting excited for a second then. But yeah, um, the witch's spell is in Harry Potter. The double double toil and trouble, something wicked this way comes. I'm a cool kid, I promise. What do others do when they have writer's block? Gap in the market there. That's true, Nikki. That's very true. I'm not sure I'd be able to afford the IP of Harry Potter, but I'll figure a way around it. What do other? Yeah. What? Let's help garage poets out here, who's experiencing some writer's block. For me, I kind of just have to. I put it off and put it off and put it off, and I do the. I've spoken about it before on the channel about the sort of manifestation, if you like, by saying to myself, when I wake up, I want to have a great poem, and then letting the subconscious do its thing. I have spoken about that before. Barry Blopper, there you go. Um, so for me, I do that. If it still doesn't kind of work, then I kind of have to just sit at my desk and just get all the junk out, just write, even if it's not any good, that's okay. But just get the junk out for the good stuff to come through. J.K. Rowling is one of my least favorite people, but I do enjoy Harry Potter movies. Yes, I actually saw on YouTube, because I play the game Hogwarts Legacy, and they were talking about like new content for it and stuff, and it was basically like a Harry Potter update video that just happened to get recommended to me. Um, but they were talking about the HBO series that I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring myself to watch. Just sort of destroys my childhood. That show's interesting. That show is interesting, mythical. The Wizarding World, Shakespeare. Let's do it. Yeah. So as I say, there's a book. I think there's three books. Shakespeare's Star Wars, and it's the story of Star Wars, but written as a Shakespeare play. I mean, Lucas is very open at the fact that a lot of the inspiration came from like Greek mythology and old storytelling and stuff. So it kind of works. Called Barry Trotter and the Unauthorized Parody Book. Okay, Barry Trotter. Barry Trotter book series. There's a series? Oh wow, look at that cover. Ripping off Philosopher's Stones. Stones? Why am I talking so? I thought Lucas kind of ripped off Shakespeare, Hamlet, Othello. Yeah, yeah, he did, and Greek mythology as well. Um, the hero's journey. I'm sure you've come across Nikki before. He was massively inspired by the hero's journey about Barry Trotter and his two friends, Lon Measley and Ermine Cringer. Hogwash, witch crap. Okay, I haven't got any space on my bookshelf, but that's definitely getting ordered tomorrow. It was supposed to say sounds, Adam. My phone seems to want to show me as illiterate. Don't worry, it happens to all of us. I I make myself sound illiterate by talking. I was 22 when Harry Potter books came out, so I never had the impulse to read them. That's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. I was quite young when they came out. The first three I was probably too young to know about, but then I got given a box set of the first three, and then from then onwards I was kind of the movies started coming out, I think, and I was hooked and I read them all as they came out. I still remember when Order of the Phoenix came out and I had it on release day, and the same for Deathly Hallows. When Deathly Hallows came out, I remember the scramble to Asda to get it on release day. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. We're gonna wrap up 30 minutes early. Sorry we weren't really talking much about poetry. It was kind of poetry related here and there. Um, but I'm getting a bit tired, and we did have two live streams today. I will put out a poll to see if kind of like you guys are getting a bit bored of me. And maybe we'll drop down to just one stream a week. We'll see what the poll says. Uh, but yeah, I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you all enjoyed the two streams. If you're here for both, if you're here for just this one, I hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see you in the comments section on Tuesday. And wish me luck for my open mic on Wednesday. I'm 100% reading on Wednesday. I may not be. I don't think I'll be reading tomorrow, but I may be there just to watch and enjoy poetry. So thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate you massively. I'm just going to read. Have always thought you spoke very well. My grandmother I grew up with would have a fit with how Mitch talks due to him dropping his T's a lot. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I also just use random words. Sometimes I make words up. But as I said at the top of this stream, um, we're poets. We can do what we want with words. And on that note, good night, my friends, and I'll see you in the comment section of Tuesday video. Thank you, Nikki, for wishing me luck. I appreciate it. Enjoy the week, all. Yes, have fun and play safe. Yeah, straight back at you, Mythical Meter, and don't forget to let us know when you start posting so we can come by and support you. And same with Garage Poets as well. Reach out to Garage Poets if you have an idea how you can get out of writer's block. See you later, guys. Much love. Catch you soon.